There are two main ways to film a cooking video. The first is with someone presenting the steps. This person walks your viewer through what is being made and how to make it. Think of Jamie Oliver, Nigella Lawson, or a Gordon Ramsay cooking video. The second type of cooking video that is gaining a lot of traction these days would be a faceless cooking video. Here there are voiceovers or sometimes even text only that walks an audience through the process of putting a meal together. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about how to make a cooking video like this, because today we're going to discuss the videography basics behind the former, the cooking video with the presenter. Alright, let's start with what you need. A tripod is essential if you're filming by yourself. That said, if you have a friend who is open to filming you, this could make the experience more fun, but they could also assist with moving shots that you can't get with your camera fixed on a tripod. A buddy could also keep an eye on the quality of the footage. Once you know how you are going to stabilize your camera, either with a tripod or a friend, you want to ensure that you're not making the mistake that sees your audience get distracted, causing them to leave your video. Now, to keep your audience focused on what you're cooking, keep your cooking space clean and decluttered. Unless you're Marie Kondo, you probably have some things that need to be put away. I know I do. So it's totally normal to have to move things to one side of your kitchen. We want to move any clutter so that it's out of the frame. And we check this by positioning the tripod in different places in your kitchen to see if any clutter is creeping into the frame. Then, if you're starting out, you want to cook in a space that has as much natural light as possible. So this may even see your first few cooking videos not actually being shot in your kitchen, but perhaps in a different space in your home where there is a lot of natural lighting that's flooding in. But once you have budget for lighting, you'll see it makes all the difference in terms of highlighting the most delicious part of your meal. Now, in terms of the videography order of events, you want to have a tight shot list. I'll break down some helpful shots in a second, but first, let me share a secret with you that you'll find in some of the best performing cooking videos. In most videos with high views, you'll always see the after shot first. People want to get excited about what they're making, so if your end result is captured beautifully, it inspires your audience to stick around for all of the steps. So when you're creating your shot list, it helps to envision what your final shot could look like, and when you get to the end of filming your cooking video, try a few different options so that you can select the best one in the edit. Okay, but now let's move to some shots that are helpful to take. It helps to have all your ingredients laid out on your kitchen surface. It helps to have a combination of wide and close-ups of these ingredients, and then to try a few different angles as well. The wide angle could provide context for your viewer of how the ingredient fits into the final dish, and the close-up focuses their attention on the actual ingredient and how you plan on using it. Then for the in-action shots, if you're filming this by yourself, I'd go for close-up shots as your focus is on the main thing, which is what you're cooking. But if you have multiple cameras or if somebody is helping you, you can aim to add some wide shots to your close-ups as well. Now, we've spoken about the start of your cooking video needing to show off the end result, and I'll get to an idea of how you can end your video in a second. But first, the secret to linking all the shots that you've captured from showcasing the ingredients to actually making your dish is in your choice of music. I'll link what I use in the description, but basically, if you're using a track with a punchy beat, you're likely to find that you'll be pulled towards a fast-paced edit, which is likely to include some quick cuts. Here's an example of a song that has somewhat of a faster tempo. And if you use a soundtrack that's slightly slower, you may find that your video has a relaxed feeling to it where you may have less cuts. And here's an example of a clip using a song that has somewhat of a slower tempo. The tone of your video is completely up to you and the music you choose to use. Now, for the end of your video, you don't need to do too much work showcasing the final product. You did that at the start of the video. The end of your video can either reinforce the jaw-dropping final dish that you displayed at the start of the video, or you could showcase the meal being enjoyed. But remember, people came here to learn how to make your dish. So wrap up the video quickly once you've shown the final product in order to help with your audience retention graph if it's a longer video, or to loop your video if it's a short form video. But all of this is just the beginning. If you've got a gimbal, check out this video for ideas of how you can take your food videography to the next level.